anything you say. Hello, everybody. This is Jessica with Wisdom from the Not So Wise. Tired and kind of expired. Inspired. Tired, but still inspired. I'm definitely expired. Whew. We're about to start a new segment. And it's been quite some time, so I'm excited to get back to it. And this new segment will be called Anything You Say and Do Can Be Held Against You in a Court of Law. Now let's dissect this a little bit, shall we? Anything you say can and will be held against you in a court of law. Anything you say or do, for that matter. So let's dissect this a little bit. So first thing we need to remember is a court of law does not always mean a courtroom. Something, a little piece of wisdom this not so wise has learned over the many years. And we must remember that everyone we speak to is a judge. Everyone. So anything you say or do can be held against you by anyone and everyone that you speak to. It's pretty interesting. It's definitely something to be aware of when, sharing your life stories or when allowing new people into your life or keeping some people in your life. You need to be aware that every person you speak to is a judge and a jury. There are 3 forms of judges, okay? There's the judge who wears the, cloak and the gavel in the courtroom. That's your judge. That is the judge we all think about when we hear the word, the judge. Then the second form of judge is, man, society, community, your peers, literally everyone around you. Everyone around you is a form of judge. And then there's, there's God Almighty or whoever your higher power is. And then there are 3 forms of court, okay? 3 forms. There's your court of law. There's the natural court of law. And then there's the spiritual court of law. There's one more thing you should always remember. There's many things you should always remember. But for this particular short that we are doing, everything you say and do can be twisted by many perspectives. In front of all 3 forms of judge in all 3 forms of courtrooms and all 3 forms of law. That's all I have for you today. Stay tuned. There's more to come. This could get interesting. I don't know if it could get interesting or not. I don't really know much of anything these days. But what I do know is there's a lot to say on this topic. And it relates to life. Every single bit of it. Anyway, thank you for listening. Again, this is Jessica with Wisdom from the Not So Wise. Tired, not quite expired yet. I guess we're still inspired. I'll let you know.